Last video, we went over the mount escape because of that black belt, that 260-pound fire hydrant with arms. Well, guess what? I was training with him again last night. He's one of my regular training partners. And he mounted, I got out. Then I'm smashed in half guard, and I thought, old guy crew. What do? I use this escape into a butterfly sweep that JJM is going to show us. I got a couple cool things that have assisted me over the years with kind of refining this and making my life a lot easier. So let's get into it.
Not contradict, but giving you more options. Instead of moving my hip first, whenever somebody cross-face me, I move my shoulders first. See, I want to make sure that the leg is crossed over his leg, my knees are close to him. I don't need to cross, because if I cross to get out, I have to uncross. I'm always pinching.
A lot of people miss that. Right there, you have to pinch your knees together. Not more effective, but to me it's more efficient to thigh master the shit out of that thigh. Squeeze it together if you don't know what a thigh master is. And rock and roll.
This way, whenever my opponent moves, gives me more options. Now the key is I'm kind of almost like a karate chop here in the hip. There's my foot, but I'm moving my shoulders first. Now, when I move my shoulders first, instead of shooting my hip to the side, I'm moving my hip up, base, my knee pops up. Now it's right.
One thing Jacques does a lot of is he talks with his hands, right? Who doesn't? In this position, something that has really helped me is his right hand. I'll use a gi grip there. Not low, not high, but kind of right where that seam is. It's a good place to grab because it gives you enough tension to help kind of push yourself out a little bit if you need to, especially against the guy that has a lot of downward pressure, or if they're just huge, like Black Belt Chris, or some of the other refrigerators with belts on that we have walking around.
Here. And follow your knee with your hip. This way I have a very good transition right here. Here we go. Keep controlling the arm until you free your hip.
Okay, you're watching maybe the wrong thing. What I want to point out here is when he's going into mount, he's going to scrape his leg down his thigh. Not the best camera angle, so I'm going to point it out. You don't have to scrape your leg down the thigh every time. However, if you have someone giving you a hard time or you can't get your leg free, instead of like trying to do something athletic, just drive your leg down his thigh, scraping it. It will open his hips and, I don't know, secure mount maybe a little bit easier. Let's see it again.
Until you free your hip, your foot. Because if I hold this way, there's no room for my leg to get out. That's why I keep the advantage.
The other thing he's talking about when you're coming over, and I notice this is a struggle for a lot of people. You're telling your body to do a bunch of different things, going a bunch of different ways, and by the way, you have someone trying to stop you, so I get it. But when you are mounting, getting the underhook on the opposite side like he is there and driving that arm up stretches your opponent or your training partner or whatever out, which also makes room for you to secure the mount. Guys, we got to prevent the 3/4 because then we're just creating more work for ourselves and they're going to try to escape right back on us, right?
Now remember, whenever it's the cross face, the first move is not the hip.
However, let's say you can't get your elbow in because the guy or the gal, whatever's got that sucker trapped. If you hip out first, you can get your elbow in. If your elbow or hand is already in, let's, of course, do what Jacques says. But, if you need to get that elbow in, you can hip out first to insert it.
First move is the upper body. Now instead of moving out, I move up, block the...
Remember, guys, this is where you can grab the gi if you need assistance. Just another grip, something to play around with.
Hip, look, just to pop my knee. I connect the dots over here. Once I do that, I can trap his leg. I just keep moving. Follow.
You're in really good shape right now. Watch his right arm as his right arm and his left arm. I talk about it as a big steering wheel, making a left-hand turn in this example. Drive that bus.
See? Now I can drive. See how far his elbow is? Then you're out. Cross face every single time instead of the hip first. You see, I'm trying to get my hip.
Again, he is correct. You're crowded there, but it does give you space to get that elbow in. I'm hammering on it just because I teach this a lot as well, and people can't get that elbow in after they escape mount. They get stuck.
There's no room over here. What I do is just move shoulders. Now look the space you create over here. Now I can even easily block.
I move it up to the hip, put it in the front pocket, and stiff arm it. For me, blocking at the hip or in that hip pocket, it's more effective keeping them in place while you work to get your leg out to insert the hook. But like he's saying, you know, it's options. Wherever it's good, whatever you got to do, right?
Block here, the farther I move, just knee comes out, control that elbow. I don't have to grab his arm. I don't want to sweep his base well, good.
Boom. You can go right to full guard. If the sweep's not there or you're not comfortable with it, whatever. Or maybe you're just, I'm full guard guy. Now it's my turn to put this prick into Quadzilla, right? Anyway, that's what we're talking about today. If you have comments, I know you'll drop them. I've been getting a lot lately. It's pretty cool. If you like the video, thumbs up it and, subscribe if you want. We'll see you at the next one, boys. And to the few ladies we have watching, thank you very much.